Okay. Hello and happy Tuesday, or whatever time and day it is whenever you listen to this. I'm sure it'll go viral, right? Because it's not like I'm shadow banned or anything. And so weird shorts seem to go, a little more viral, and videos seem to have a limited audience. But that's okay, because if you're listening to this, I am talking to you. And if you understand what I'm about to tell you, great. Although I did learn the etymology of the word understand means to stand under. So we can say comprehend, we can say grasp, we can say digest. If you digest this and you sift and sort and find truth in it, then great. And if it isn't for you, then keep it moving. Just keep scrolling. So I want to talk about this little tiny little tweet war between Bruce Springsteen and Donna Trump. And yes, I call her Donna because to me that's an FTM, Moonchild, Freemason shill since birth. But then again, so was Obama. So it's not about left or right or black or white to me or male or female. It's never been about those things, really. But those are just categories, right? And labels that they use, meaning the Freemasons, in their divide and conquer psyops. So let's talk about these people who think they're the boss. Tell you what, neither of them is the boss of me, and their little tweet war is not my war, because no war is my war. That's one thing Springsteen got right. War, what is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Say it again. So, yet this country seems to only know war and be very glorifying of battle and bloodshed and enemies. You gotta have enemies, right? Like, you gotta keep it interesting on the black and white checkerboard of life here. Somebody's gotta win, somebody's gotta lose. Nobody can actually foster win-win things or leadership things because we have a 2-year-old in charge of the White House, which is ridiculous because even calling it the White House is ridiculous. It's just, all ridiculous, right? So if you look at the absurdity of Freemasons and their little wordplay and their nuances and their symbolism and their signaling, they're really just children. They're children playing war games. And then there are casualties of that. There's collateral damage from that. And if you really want peace, you just can't play their games. Because they keep changing their rules. And their rules only benefit the top 1%, whatever that is, right? The bloodlines, the Freemasons, the people who winky think they're in the know when really they're just failing and flailing and falling. So, don't let any other man alive or woman or creature pretending to be a man or woman or pretending to be a man when it's really a woman or pretending to be a woman when it's really a man. And no offense to actual trans people, we're now talking about Baphomet agenda people who want to depopulate because they have their eugenics shit. And I will say shit because that's what it is. It's shit, y'all. It's bullshit. I see you bullshit. And I raise you some of my own because to me it's like, all right, what am I doing here? Why are we here? What are we doing? What's this planet about? Is it a planet? Is it a realm? Is it a dome? Is it a globe? Does it matter? Is it a sim? Is it a reality show for aliens? Like, we don't know. We just don't know. All I know is I don't like Bruce Springsteen and I don't like Trump because they're both ridiculous to me. Both of them. Absurd with their virtue signaling and their fist pumping in the air with their Masonic theater and their morality plays because they both, to me, harm children and profit from that. So I don't really care what mask they're wearing or what impassioned speeches they want to throw out there. I don't really care what triggers Donna, because everything triggers Donna, right? Like, that's an orange clone in diapers. Let's get real. And Biden was a white clone in diapers, so whatever. To me, it's just ridiculous. And no offense to anybody who has to wear diapers, because, bladders leak. It happens. So, they're going to exit Biden now. That's going to be the next step. And, Trump's pretending to be sad, though, he, she, it, they, them has invoked Biden's name constantly since being in office and taking zero responsibility for any real change. And then we have the best economy, we have the best this, we have the best that, me and my golden toilets and my private jets from so-called terrorists, like, whatever, just look the other way, look the other way. Epstein, who? Who's that? I don't know. He wasn't my best friend for a long time. We didn't party together. No, we had a falling out at Mar-a-Lago. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. That's my impression. That creature, that creep, that liar, that loser. Losers philosopher, that's what you are. And I'm sorry, but RFK, like, you don't want to make anybody healthy again. You do not. You do not, because you do not. The Kennedys are one of the 13 bloodlines, guys. Wake up, wakey, wakey. There's no heroes in that lineage. There's no martyrs. It's all staged and scripted, you guys, from jump. Everything. Everything they say when their mouths are moving, they are lying to you. So don't listen. Just plug up your ear holes and move away your eye holes to something pretty, something nicer and more pleasant than all this garbage and nonsense, because that's all it is. It's same cult, different covens, same shit, different day. Meet the new boss, same as the old boss. If you understand that, then you'll see it's like a hydra, and they cut some heads off and more spring up. So does that mean we have to be in doom and gloom? Absolutely not. Go hug a tree, kiss a baby on the forehead, pet a dog or a cat. If you're not allergic, I'm pretty allergic to cats, but, I would say I'm mildly allergic to dogs and wildly allergic to cats. But anyway, I'm on the tail end of a cold here. It's been miserable. It's been a truly miserable experience, but, it always is an interesting thing when you get sick. You detox, you shed, you have to slow down and rest and be more introspective. So it's like you're forced to do nothing. It's like your hands are tied because there's no, that's a war. Fighting wars against whatever, germs, energies, entities, whatever it is, black magic, who knows, right? Or maybe just your, lifestyle catching up with you. If you eat too much sugar, you're going to go through detoxes that are going to seem like flus, and I think that's partially what's going on for me. But I do like my sweetness, and I like sweetness in life, in people, and, in the world. And we need more sweetness, not in the form of poisonous sugar that's been refined to basically act like cocaine in the brain. So you need your next fix, Maybe the world needs more hugs and cookies, though, huh? It certainly doesn't need all caps tweets. It certainly doesn't need virtue signaling speeches from pedivores and satanic whores and liars. And it certainly doesn't need signaling through the weaponized media. We don't need that. We've had enough of that. That's not the way to communicate if you're a grown-up. That's not the way to show up, step up, and grow up. It's just a way to keep falling. And you're just spinning your wheels and chasing your own tail, and they play those carrot and stick games. Someday, now, maybe later, maybe never. So you get on with the show, you keep it local, simple, vanilla. You don't get into the international waters where they're hurting children and lying about it and trying to dupe you every single second they are on camera. I just watched Sanditon Marathon. It was a great show. Highly recommend. Totally unrealistic, as all these period pieces are. But, good entertainment. And well written, well acted, and beautiful scenery. So if you're into period piece dramas like I am, stay away from, like, Bafferton, which is just awful. Really, really cheesy. And move more towards a Sanditon, which was pretty good, in my opinion. So I thought I would keep it under 10 minutes today. Just a little babble. Babbling from Babylon here. And again, nobody's the boss of me. Nobody's the boss of you. You're the boss of you, and God's the boss of all of us. So keep that in mind when they play these little dictator games and these, I call it magatards versus libtards. No offense to anybody who actually has mental challenges, for real, instead of just MK Ultra bullshit. Mason bullshit. That's all it is Mason bullshit. So, see through it. That's what I'm always saying to myself and others. See beyond it and, make yourself some nice soup. I made some banana bread with chocolate chips and walnuts because, that's my sugar fix. Gotta feed the candida, right? And I hope you have a wonderful day. You find some laughter, some perspective, some relief, and, some cojones, a spine, a heart, some balls, some ovaries, some some stones to stand up to what's wrong and reach for what's right. And so it is. Much love. Alleluia. Amen. Goodbye for now.